Hello, Flosstube. We're the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch.
I'm Priscilla.
And I'm Chelsea.
And this is Ronnie.
And Piper.
And we're here to talk to you about our stitching this week.
Get it together. Hi, welcome back. It's been a fabulous week. It's snowing today.
Oh my goodness, she just jumped out. So now we're going to have barking.
No, she'll be fine. Ronnie, you're going to listen and you're going to behave while we do this Flosstube. All right, let's just jump into questions real quick. Thank you so much for all of your comments last week. I loved reading them. And when you take down, so that was what we were thinking of that we couldn't remember. Epiphany is when most people, not most people, but a lot of people take down the decorations and turn their lights off.
January 6th.
All right. So Diana, do you know if dimensions allowed the 3-inch border? So she's trying to understand what the finished size will be. I think any pattern, the finished size is like just the stitching, but do you know how much border they allow on the fabric that they give you?
No, but when I did my stockings, there's a middle point marked and I always did it in the middle because you can't
Stockings
just start
are hard.
up in the corner because, you know, the stocking is not shaped like...
Right. So for those stockings, you would probably have to start in the corner, the middle, and that's the only
Or the
thing.
right corner.
Okay. Diane, what size Pandora bracelet do you start with? I don't want it getting too tight once I add the charms on it.
Mine's a 7.5. I know that because I had to return the one I got. The one that I got for Christmas fit me, but once you would add charms, my wrist would have just been... I like it a little bit looser.
So my first one was one that Mom didn't need anymore. She replaced hers or something like that. My first one, and so it was yours.
Really?
Yeah, it was your size. So I think I should have gone down a size for it. A lot of my charms are banged up, but they hang a little bit low.
And when I bought hers, I don't know what size they gave me, but they just gave me one. And
yeah, I'm not picky. And I talked to my mom the other day about it. You know, like I'm kind of sad that some of these are banged up and beat up, but she's like, you gotta wear it. I mean, it's memories you get to keep with you all times. What's it gonna do sitting in a drawer? Nothing.
Yeah.
All right.
The guy at Pandora, when I bought your charms, he's like, you know, you're not supposed to keep them in a box. I said, they don't sit in a box. You wear them. He's like, that's perfect.
No, mine don't. I took them off to put the charms on.
They
them.
tarnish
Like,
if you leave them in the box.
yes, and some discolor, not even just tarnish.
I think
just
he
like
was trying to sell
discolor.
me some bags to put them in. I'm like, mine don't come off.
Michelle, have you ever used Scotch Guard spray on your finished pieces? I had someone suggest it to me. What do you think? Some people, we talked about this. So somebody asked us a question about stitching being in our kitchen and the grease and whatnot. There's no stitching in her cooking area of the kitchen. In the dining area of the kitchen, there's some stitching, but we've never had a problem with that. But there were suggestions about Scotch
My pieces
Guard.
are not up all year long either. They come out for a month or two at a time and then get put away.
My suggestion would be to spray a little bit of the fabric, not in a piece. I'm saying if you're going to try it on a scrap piece of fabric and leave it for a little while to see if it, I mean, I just don't know. I don't want to tell you, yeah, go ahead, and then it ruins
I would just be
nice.
worried that that would be a
Attractant.
attractant for dust.
Okay. Robin, watching your videos makes me happy. Are you going to be using the triangles on a roll for your quilts? Because you told her you said you were going to do the half square triangles.
So I don't know. I haven't watched the video on how you do it with the paper, but I have watched a video on how you do it without the paper. And Chelsea was telling me that you just draw a line and sew on both sides. So I don't know what we're going to do.
Kimberly offered her services through FaceTime to teach us how to use paper. So we might take her up on that. Sandra, if your needles have nickel in them, they can irritate sensitive skin. That's just, we had talked about. And I do have I have to wear real earrings.
Right. Yeah, me too.
Because of that. I can't tell you the last time I put earrings in. I
Me
need
too.
to. I need to. Marsha, I love your winter blue dyed fabric. Is that starting out as white or tan? White.
Either that or the ecru. I'm not sure.
Okay. Debbie,
I don't think it really matters though.
I've just come back to cross stitching, but I consider myself new because it's a lot different now than it was. I keep hearing about Stitch Mania, and I was wondering what other months have special stitching opportunities.
Well, we did Jolly July with the Fat Quarter Shop for the first time this year. I've done Stitch Mania for probably, 5 years now?
Yeah.
And then this year we did Jolly July where we started an ornament every day in July. And we ended up with
Quite a
nice
few
selection of ornaments finished. I mean, I still have more to go, but
But they were small projects that seemed
I did.
a lot more feasible.
I finished 14 out of the 26 that I started, so I still have 12. But some of mine were kind of big.
Yep. Judy, how much time went by from the time you first started doing a project until you had a finished one? If you're talking about like my first,
It was like a day.
it was pretty quick. I was really excited about that one. It had chickens in it, and so I just wanted to keep working on it. Susanna, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I have a fur family, 2 dogs, 4 cats, and chickens, pet goats, pet sheep, guinea pigs. So
Yikes.
Is there a way to make the hair not attracted to the fabric? Yes, I vacuum and clean, but any ideas?
No.
Lint roller after the words. So I was thinking like that static spray or like.
I don't want to use any stuff.
Right,
but
right.
I do use a lint roller.
After the fact.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Or sometimes, like, if I have to take a picture of it, especially working on black, that doesn't work. I have noticed now with the golden retrievers that their hair is finer, and it gets caught up in my threads more, and I can tell that I'm stitching with it. So
it's just woven into it.
Mm-hmm.
A part of them will always be with us. Dana, have you ever tea coffee dyed DMC to give it an old antique sampler look without the extra cost of over-dyed thread?
No, we haven't.
Mm-mm. Julie, what size design boards do you like for your floss? I think it's an 8.
Ones.
I think it's an 8.
The smallest size.
The smallest size. If I could make my own, I know I can. I understand, but I don't want to right now. I would make them smaller to fit in all my project bags because sometimes I have to leave them unzipped. But it's so helpful to have them to just pick the floss out of there instead of sifting through the Ziploc or the bag. It's so
I think it keeps
so
your
helpful.
floss nicer too.
It keeps your floss nicer. Also, it doesn't get caught up in the zipper because sometimes I'm not a neat stitcher. So if this doesn't apply to you, then you know. But I'm not a neat stitcher where I have to like put everything organized on when I'm stitching. Afterwards, I need to go back through and organize it all.
Right, and another thing that I like about it is that, you know, when you have those little pieces of thread left, but you're going to save them and you don't put them on the card right away, then they're stuck to the board. And then when you're done with your project, you just pick out all the colors that go together and put them back on your cards.
Right. You reorganize, we'll speak about it because it's January and everybody's organizing. You put your patterns, and I started to do it now too. You put your patterns in...
by seasonal. And I had only a little basket like this. Plus, my Prairie Schoolers are in a place, and my Lizzie Kates, because they're smaller, in another basket. But I needed more room, so I had a basket that was like this big. It's wire. It was from our old freezer. It has handles on it.
I was going to ask you where you got it. I thought it was like a Marshall's bag. Now that I know it's from the old freezer, like, well, here's a little meat juice on it too.
There's no meat juice, but I organized it by season, so.
So I was going through mine.
Mine first is Christmas, then winter, then spring, then summer, patriotic, fall, Halloween. And then I did a little section in the front that is just like farmy things.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Because I have some things that aren't like a season. And I was like, oh.
I only have a few. I have like 5.
Yeah. But now it's a long wire basket that, and it's wide enough that your big patterns fit in it too.
Yep.
Okay.
And it sits behind my stitching chair in the family room. And my stitching chair was on The Bachelor this week.
Oh, The Bachelor started. So if you're into reality TV like us, Vanderpump Rules started.
I don't watch it, but I heard.
She watches it, absolutely. But then this week, when they were going through, I was like, oh, Hunter, let's have a watch party because, you know, he has nothing better to do for The Bachelor. We'll do it through Snapchat. And then they get on there and they're like, this 3-hour special. And I was like, 3 hours? Isn't it usually 2? 3 hours. And I was like, this is way too long. It was getting to be too much. But I'm excited for it still. But the lady from Chicago, she's a lawyer. She had Mom's stitching chair, and she's she's gonna win.
David was the one that saw it.
He was? He watched it too?
Yes. I was
my
stitching.
goodness.
And he's like, there's your chair.
The pokey little pineapple. You should feel guilty. I went to Disney with my grandkids and bought my first Pandora bracelet and had to get the Cinderella Castle charm. I don't feel guilty. I'm excited to help you, enable you to...
You'll always remember that
you'll love. Yes. Yeah. Today, when I was putting up the playpen, my Buzz Lightyear broke off. So now I'm upset. Okay. When
But it was just purchased, so they're gonna take it back.
she's gonna go with me. Remember my jeans there.
Mm-hmm.
When did cross stitching take a new path for you too? Did you begin quilting and move on to cross stitch, or the other way around?
No, we don't consider ourselves quilters.
We are not quilters. We
Because-
show quilts that we have quilted,
but no one
we are
can
not.
see them up close.
Pictures are staged from
Yeah,
far away.
yes. Down the
Little
street.
overlay. But no, cross stitch. So our little story is Mom was a cross stitcher for a very, very long time.
No, but I had stopped,
Yes.
and I only did like one
Stockings.
stocking a year, and then I started doing those Prairie Schooler Santas. I can't remember what year, like 2003, 2004, and I would just do those around Christmas time and make ornaments because I wanted a tree of just those Santas. And then I think it was after Christmas, probably 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, and I was like,
That's where I get my math from.
I want some cross stitch to decorate my house, or maybe it was in the fall.
Whenever.
So I started. And
Before
I
that,
haven't
she'd
quit.
been big into decorating, so she just wanted to add more pieces to her decorating.
Right. Well, before I started back into cross stitch a lot, I was making a lot of crocheted blankets. But how many of those can you have?
Crochet blankets, she did
20.
scarves. For me, I have probably 40, 50 scarves.
And I did a lot of scrapbooking.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry to say that I don't scrapbook much anymore at
You'll
all.
get back to it.
Yeah.
And then I started doing paper projects, so
Mhm,
making
with your
cards
Cricut.
and doing vinyl projects, making t-shirts, blah blah blah. I
And I
needed
told you
something
that
at
you
night.
needed something to go, that you could sit and
Travel.
watch TV and keep you busy and
Yep.
everything. So
So
I
she
kitted
kitted
her
it
up a little thing, and then she finished it in a day and was like, I want another one. So
Part of the thing about that was I had somebody who kitted it up and just handed it to me and said, "Here you go." And now I got to pick my own floss and everything else. But
poor thing.
when I did that, we started watching Flosstube, and I was like, "Well, we should start a channel. You should sit down and do it." And Hunter had told her before that she should do it.
Yeah, like for a year.
Yeah, and she's
And I
like,
was
"No."
like, no,
and
not happening.
then I dragged her in here. I bought a tripod, and I was like, "We're gonna do a Flosstube today." And the rest is she's sweet. I sometimes go back and watch the videos, and I'm just like, "Oh my goodness, wow." The one video that I really like is the one where it was like a week before I had the baby and I was in labor and didn't know. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I can't catch my breath. And people are like, "Hey, you were in labor during that video." I'm like, "Oh, okay. That's what it was." Like I bent over and I was like, "I'm just really having a hard time breathing." Just, maybe you didn't sleep. You need more vegetables.
Always trying to one-up me. Trying to give birth on the Flosstube.
Well, that happened the day after I had the baby. We were back to Flosstube. So,
No, it's 2 days.
Karen, what colors of Rit dye? So this is our friend Karen. She wants to know, like, if she gets out to the store and we happen to do a video, she wants to know what colors to have on hand. So apple green.
I like denim blue. Yeah, I like the apple blue. Or apple green. There's a gray.
Apple
There's a
bottom
light
jeans.
gray, maybe black if you want to do some chalkboard, and there's a darker gray too.
If you know that song, Apple Bottom
Aqua.
Jeans, Boots with the Fur. She used to have that as a ringtone. So just so you know, the full picture of Priscilla. All right.
I did?
Cat 60B would love to get my daughter interested. Did Chelsea show interest, or did you encourage her until she gave in? Yeah, she encouraged me until I gave in. All right.
Just figure out something that your daughter likes,
Mhm.
and then find a little stitched piece
Little.
like that, and then make her do it.
Okay, that's all I have for questions today.
Okay.
What do you have for previous finishes?
So, this I hang this up on my vintage window. You want to take part of this?
Yeah, hold on. Somebody's asking if I got here okay, so I'm just making sure.
So this is from Country Cottage Needleworks. What's the name of this one?
Snowville? No,
Snow Place Like Home.
Snow Place Like Home.
So I didn't do the middle one. I just did the houses. And this hangs on my vintage window, and then, with other garlands up above. But I haven't hung it up yet, so I could show it to you guys. But I did this 2 years ago, I think, and I love this.
You had this as a club where you were getting it sent to you, right? And
No,
you used
it
the
was.
fancy
It
floss?
wasn't like a club. It was
Auto ship. Sorry.
yeah,
Auto ship.
from Beach Cottage Stitchers.
Yeah.
But I think it's really cute. So.
I like that too.
And then
Oh.
I think this is Snowbirds, right? With Thy Needle and Thread. And I did this one last year. He's on a piece of barnwood, and then with a snowman that I got at a church rummage sale or something. His hat's broken, but nobody knows because it's on the side.
Can't tell.
Mm-hmm.
A little pick. Did
Yep.
you say what stuff you used on the back?
Oh, it's got like a plaid fabric on the back, and then a ruffle of red.
It looks
big
really
red
like
checks.
flannel shirts, like
Mhm.
dad's shirts
Mhm.
type of stuff. I like
Yep.
that.
So this is really cute, and I love putting this one out. And that's it for my previous finishes. And then I did have a finish. This is the square dance from Heart and Hand.
I had one too, so I was getting it out.
And this goes back behind us usually, but I stuck something else there. I can't remember what I stuck there, so I could show this to you. But what's nice about this is that these are on with magnets.
I looked for this, so we took a trip to Hobby Lobby this week, and I looked for this.
The rest of them are in here.
It doesn't look like they brought it back this year. And a lot are saying that the bucket's not back. So the easel is a permanent fixture in there, but the bucket was a part of the spring store, and it's not looking like it's back so far. I hope they
Right.
bring it back, though.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out,
Something else.
I'm going to go there and I'm going to buy something else to finish the small for the, you know, you don't have to do it, but I just thought that, because somebody asked if I could give them another idea since I can't get it.
Okay. But this is nice because they're stored. So I found a different one. We're going to try to use it as well.
Also, for when we hit 19,000 subscribers, which we're not that far away, I am going to finish one person's chock full, their big piece, and one person's chock full, small piece with the bucket, because we have a bucket and another board that someone sent to us as
Okay.
a giveaway. So I'm going to use those. If you don't already have your, you know, those pieces, then we would want you to enter so that you could get that piece. But I'm going to finish one jar and one small when we hit 19,000 subscribers. So tell your friends.
You heard it here. So subscribe. Make your husband an accountant. Just go subscribe under his name.
No.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
No.
I had to finish this week. This I started. I don't know what day. Winter whirligig. Heart and Hand.
That's cute. Did you bring me your trivet?
I didn't, and I didn't bring my bucket, so I guess I'll have to come here again this week.
The weather was really bad this morning. And I thought we were going to have to do a split screen, but we don't have the snow yet. She had the snow and the ice.
No, we didn't have snow. All last night it rained, and it's just ice, and the winds are like
You feel like you're in a cyclone. It's
right. Okay, that's all I have for my. That's what I finished this
All
week.
right, show me your whips.
Oh,
Did you bring them?
I have to keep this up because I have the winners on there.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was doing that. Okay, so I did Santa Sunday. Santa Sunday, I worked on this one and my the one I just showed you. I'm also going to be going along with Fat Quarter Shop's Stitch Along, Neighborhood Stitch Along.
FQS Parade of Homes. It's to stitch any
Like
type
town.
of houses,
Yeah.
one a month.
So you could do Snow Village, you could do Hometown Holidays, that the one you just showed you could do as well, that Snow Place Like Home. What other ones are there?
So
Waxing Moon Designs has houses.
I've kind of used that philosophy for, I don't even know how many years, but I did the one a month for Santa's Village. I did the one a month for Glitter Village. I started
Those are ones you could do
that
too.
last year today because I saw it in my time hop.
Oh, awesome.
Frosty Forest, I did that one a month.
Those are a lot of houses too. The
What else was
Farmhouse
there?
Christmas.
Yep, Farmhouse Christmas. So I did two last year. I did the Glitter Village and then,
I just moved this.
oh no, Jack Frost Tree Farm were the two I did
Oh,
last
these are
year.
10 by 10. The smallest one we have are 10 by 10s. So I would like it to fit in my bag. So if I could make them smaller, I would. So if you
8
can
by
make your
8.
own.
Yeah.
8 by 8.
7
Okay,
by
so I
7.
worked on Snow Village. I had to frog a bit and I didn't get all the threads out. So you'll see I just got tired. When I frog, if it's a lot that I have to do, I cut it out. So
Yeah, I never used to do that. Now I do it too. And then I take my lint roller and...
Yep. So I did the border. Filled in all the house. And moving along. Last week I talked about these. I don't have them, obviously, but this is the package. They're called thimble pads. And then a lot of you put in the comments that you absolutely love them. So that is what I use for my fingers when they break out or I've poked my needle through my finger a lot. Merry Monday, I worked on the same thing. Tuesday, I pulled this out because I'm gonna frog and start over. This is Forest Snowfall by Country Cottage Needleworks.
What do you mean you gotta start over?
I'm gonna frog the letters because I did it with the deep fennel. God, do you remember the...
Yes, the controversy.
The controversy over this deep fennel. And I didn't like it anyway, so I'm gonna use blue corn, I think it is. I'm gonna use either that or old blue jeans. I haven't decided, but I'm gonna take out all the letters and I'm gonna go back with this darker blue.
This was our first big stitch along.
Mm-hmm.
Our first stitch along was the...
I thought Lantern Lane.
Lantern Lane, and then this was like everyone was stitching it. It was great.
Then Witchy Wednesday, I pulled out this one. This is my favorite chart ever. So this is like a...
Because it's so big?
Yeah, it's like an atlas. Like you're in the back like, tell me which way to turn. This is Cottage Garden Halloween Sampler. I keep knocking the table. Sorry, guys. And all I had was some of the A done. This was a mania start, so I didn't have much done at all. So I got all of this done this week.
Wow. I'm trying to do the days of the week again too because it's a way to get a lot of things done.
It's keeping my focus. And then Thursday I worked on one of those. Friday I am going to stick with this. This is going to be my Fall Friday project and it's going to be complete this year. This is Cinnamon Stars. Oh. Am I gonna be in trouble?
No, they're just like salting, I think.
Okay. I'm parked in the road. And so I've got it all set up. I've got my needle minder on here. I'm trying to be like fancy. And this is, I filled in some of the house up there. So I went on last night and I ordered all the fancy floss for this. So I have some of it, but I just ordered it. I want to show the colors on here. A lot of you guys have been talking about Mom's choices. Mom went through and picked out the smaller areas and chose DMC for them. I'm going to try to use all the fancy floss just to see the difference in it. Just because I'm able to. Yeah. Okay. That's all I got for whips.
All right.
Because today is Stars and Stripes Saturday, and of course I forgot my patriotic piece, so I will have to do that.
So I made 2 scarves. They're crocheted. If you want to make these, the directions are on my blog. A link to the directions. It's a video. But these are the 10 row. And I thought I brought the yarn in here. I love this yarn from
Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
So this one,
I think if you were going to do the 20 row, they're for Chelsea's girls. So if you were going to do the 20 row, which is more of an adult thing to me, I think you would need more than one skein of the variegated stuff. I think the solid stuff you get more on the...
This one's called Cypress Landing. I don't know what
that one is.
And you didn't put it on your blog.
Okay.
I was looking at that, so we'll have to fix that. Cypress Landing and...
I don't know where the thing is. I think I might have already thrown it away.
Okay. Cypress
But
Landing.
if you don't follow my blog, the dogs and Instagram, the dogs were all dressed up with the scarves.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was funny.
Yeah, they loved them. But they only take a couple hours a piece, and
they're very simple for the kids because they just double it up and it's good to go instead of having to learn how to wrap a scarf or it's just dragging on the floor.
So Kimberly sent me 2 of her pieces to finish. This is her snowy jar. And these are both done on chalkboard Ada. And this is her preschooler alphabet. Isn't that pretty?
Kimberly, you are a fantastic stitcher.
The back looks
just
as
as
the
neat
front.
as the front. Kimberly, you will never see the back of my project. I can promise you that.
Mine either, unless Chelsea flips them around by accident.
All right.
Okay, so
Whips. Girl's name.
it started Frosty's Night Out from Blackbird Designs.
I like the questions like, how do you get wrinkles out of your fabric? You don't.
I iron them after. Very carefully.
This is a Blackbird Designs. This is one of their newer ones, and I felt like it was kind of different from what they typically put out there, so I really like it. This is Fall Friday.
Right.
If you're not familiar, this is Fabric Flare, and it's their shiplap, I think. Is
No,
what
white board, white plank board or something.
whitewash board.
Whitewash board. This is the Old Red Barn from Little House Needleworks, and I wanted to have this done this year, but it didn't happen.
Last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever.
My Wheeler May bag.
If you are attending the March retreats, I saw on their Facebook post because somebody had asked about like when are we getting stitching kits and things. That chart is complete.
The design's been sent.
And it has been sent, so now they can order floss and things like that and start to get the project underway. And then Mom's going to figure out finishing information and things like that in the next
But you
coming
won't see
weeks.
the finishing until you...
Right, until you take the class.
This is for Stars and Stripes Saturday, and I got done the white part on Uncle Sam's suit.
That's cute.
Witchy Wednesday. This
Bobbing
is
for pumpkins.
Bobbing for pumpkins. Chelsea did this one, and I finished it for her with a really cute wooden Halloween sign, and I have the same sign for my own, so I'm going to finish that.
This is in her Halloween Mickey's notables.
And then I worked on Snow Village. And did I start this last week? Did I already show it?
Yeah,
But
you already showed
I'm
it.
doing one a month, and this is going to be for my Parade of Homes with Fat Quarter Shop. It's FQS Parade of Homes. And I finished it up except for the back stitching, and I'm not 100% certain. I am adding back stitching, and I am changing the colors a little bit. And then for the person that wanted to know the color of the downstairs bathroom,
She put in the comments, don't forget about me this week.
okay, what does that say?
Coastal Mist.
From Bear.
Somebody wanted to see this too. So she just has pictures of what it looked like before and after, and she just wrote down different things. I'm not going to show you what it looked like before because there's the 80s.
No, but my husband did a lot of this work, so I made this book for him.
That's awesome.
But the paint colors that we used are in there, and like the measurements for the granite and the cabinet receipt and things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and also we are participating in
Bloomtopia.
the Bloomtopia Stitch Along with the Fat Quarter Shop. So I haven't told Kimberly this yet, but I'm going to stitch this and I'm going to send it to her. Like Pat Sloan sends her quilt that she makes from the pattern, and they auction it off for eBay. So I'm going to send her my finished Bloomtopia that's finished all the way and let them auction it off for Make-A-Wish.
That's nice. That's good.
You think she'll take it?
Yeah. We actually, we're all full for those items. We can't accept anymore.
So what it's suggested that you donate $15.
Are they allowed to see this? This is fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's suggested that you donate $15 to Make-A-Wish, and there's a link on their webpage. And they also have bags and needle minders and things that go with it. And then once a month you get a piece of the chart. So you're only stitching a little bit, and it goes all the way through July. So you can all fit this in. It's to a good cause. Yes.
For a great cause. Can you take your other whips? So we'll be starting that here shortly too.
In February 1st it starts.
Right here. You didn't give me a bag for that.
No, I didn't have a bag.
Okay.
Okay, so
Now what do we got? Gifts.
no, let's do what's new at the Fat Quarter Shop. It's
Oh yeah. All right. So sometimes we get these videos on Saturdays after we've posted our videos.
We get the box.
Saturday after the videos.
You said we get sometimes after.
Oh. Yeah, anyway, sorry. All right, so we got this
is that one that I just showed you, the garland that I made.
Snow Place Like Home, so they have it set up as a pattern set that you can get. Candy Cane Lane by With That Needle and Thread. I like this one.
I do too.
It's very pretty. Waxing Moon Designs, Watch It Snow. That's really cute. Joy Noel, Hands On Design. Is that how you say it?
I guess.
Filling Station from Little House Needleworks. This is a hometown holiday.
Right, and I'm hoping to add those into my, unless Little House Needleworks comes out with another series that I have to do, but I'm hoping to add
those into your neighborhood or parade of homes.
One a month.
Little Stitch Girl, we met her at the Midwest retreat and we were so excited to meet her. So she has plaid tidings. You could add those into your parade of homes. This is Welcome to the Forest, another set that they're doing. This is the Country Cottage Needleworks, very wintry. There's like deers and cute little animals. Frosty's Night Out, Mom just showed you that one. This is the Trilogy, Winterology by Bank Creek, Twisted Threads and Heart and Hand. So all three of those designers
do the trilogy.
The trilogy. And then this is Heart and Hand. This is really cute. So I did the Halloween medley.
And they're skinny and little.
Yeah, and I have the Christmas medley at home. This is the winter medley, so I think I need to start this one. Sorry about the glare today. It's hard with the...
It's really dark outside.
Weather, yeah. We might be
it's
really
been like dark here for...
Ever. Oh, and Zappy Dots. So these are from the jar. This is...
The chock full jar, Snowy.
Snowy. And this is the actual jar.
Aren't they cute? That's my collaboration with Hands On Design, and those are from Zappy Dots.
That is what's new. Then we got some gifts. So this week we got in the mail, this is from Corey Wood and her husband, these amazing metal signs with our logo on it.
Chelsea's going to put hers in her sewing room, and mine's going to go on the stairs down to my
dungeon.
Yeah.
But we were so thankful. So thank you, both of you. Thank you so much for these. These are amazing.
So sweet, yes.
I tell you, the boys here are very jealous of our... They're like, oh my goodness, look at your swag. All right. And then that was from her, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. This is from Carolyn. She sent us a very beautiful card. And these can be, she said they can be included as a giveaway. So 1987 Santa, 1986 Santa, and the Christmas list, my Christmas list. Right? Yeah. This is a thank you card.
And she sent us some cash to help pay for shipping for the gifts.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Did you say what her name? Not her last name, but her first name.
This is Sandy.
Thanks so much, Sandy. You're paying for the shipping this week. It's very kind of you.
All right. And then Janelyn. I need to keep these with her for thank you card reasons. Oh yes, I remember you got this. So she sent a bunch of candy for me, for the grandkids, but it's for me. And then a beautiful card, a Stampin' Up card. And this, she said she was cleaning out her house. Look at this.
So nice.
What is it?
It's to make cornbread. It looks like corn.
Cute. But it's going to be a finishing piece. But very nice. Thank you so much. This is going to go to good use. You'll see it here soon. Mom said it has to be one of her finishes. So. All right, I have to get up for a minute. From Creative Carol, who makes the fabulous bags that we love.
She sent us each a backpack for a Christmas gift.
Her Jelly Marie
owns this company. It's called Jelly Marie, and
is it in China? Right?
No, Philippines.
In the Philippines. Sorry.
They're amazing.
Thank you so much. Beautiful bags.
She sent those on a nice note.
Oh, I forgot to show my haul.
Yep. Let's show your last gift, because...
Okay.
Can you even lift it? You know, when Chelsea said she wanted a Disney tree, well, somebody made her wish come true.
Okay, so this is a full box of Disney ornaments. She was getting rid of them, and she wanted them to go to a good home, and I mean a full box of ornaments.
What's her first name?
Here. Was there a card on top?
I don't think so. Unless it's fallen down in there, but I didn't take everything out. Or
Okay,
I
maybe
just
she
opened it.
didn't want it said, so I won't say.
But you could say her first name.
Right, it's not on there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only her last name. So I can't wait to go through those. I made Mom open the box the other day when it came, so I'm just now seeing it, and I see so many Toy Stories, and I'm just really excited to have a full tree. So I might just decorate a tree and keep it up for it.
She's going to need a bigger tree than what she has.
Yeah, but I was thinking about taking that one in the dining room that I don't really, yeah. I'm super excited. That's all I can say. And they're going to be loved and cherished, and they'll be ogled, but my kids
very
won't
nice
be allowed to
gift.
touch 'em.
Yeah.
But, oh, my haul. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Like even like this bag. This bag is like vintage Disney merch, and it just makes me happy. It just makes me so happy. Okay. Everything Toy Story right now. My time is running out. I can hear him. All right. This was my haul from Fat Quarter Shop 3 weeks ago that I never showed you. Okay, so I got Monaco. You guys asked where we get our Monaco from. We get it from the Fat Quarter Shop. They have tea dyed and they have antique white. These are 20 by 24 inch pieces.
And if you start with this tea dyed and you do the tea coffee dyed like we've showed you, you'll get a darker piece of fabric. Yeah.
This is the 80-20 that we use. This isn't the pre-cut squares. We do use that too when we do our quilts as you go, but this is going to be for one of the other ones that I make. Mom told me to just get that. Oh, sorry. I got Monaco. I wanted to purchase this because I wanted to give you guys options who aren't into dyeing your own fabric. I just wanted to see what it looked like because there's like 15 comments per video when she shows that blue stuff, like, oh my goodness, I love that blue. So this is Fabric Flare, and it's a 32 count, I believe. Where's the list on it? Now I don't even have the name on it. All right, don't worry, I'm gonna find it. It's not on there, it's right here. All right, so it's called Smoky Blue, 32 count. It's an 18 by 27 piece.
You're going to try 32 count?
You did. Why can't I? I just thought this was really, really pretty. It's darker than what it's showing up on there. It looks really cloud-like on the screen. It's not cloud-like. But it's not as dark. You could probably tea coffee dye it, though. Right? Could you?
Well,
we could try.
I would hate to do that and it turn out really...
Right. So maybe I'll try. And then... my finisher said she needed a sticky board to paint it to finish my stuff. So I got some of the big pieces of sticky board. This is big.
16 by 20.
Are you sure? Pretty much. Pretty much? I'm pretty sure. 16 by 20. Look at her. All right.
I know my products.
But
she's going to hit me.
Hey, better. I am keeping in mind, I'm trying to, like, you know, when Mania comes along and Jolly July comes along, like, my husband noticed last year, like, all these purchases, like, so I'm trying to, like, space them out throughout the month. So I'm gearing up for those things. Okay, all right.
And it's nice, too, when you don't have to run and dye something so you can stitch something. We went to the thrift store this week.
Oh, my goodness.
We went to the Goodwill.
My goodness.
We got Rae Dawn And
so we went to Marshall's first, and they had nothing.
Set of Pioneer Woman dishes.
They had nothing. So then we go to this right next door. It's kind of grubby. This thrift store.
Goodwill.
Yeah, but it's kind of grubby. We go in and we're looking all around, and then she's like, "Oh my God, do you have this?" And I was like, "Oh my goodness!" And it was a Mom's Kitchen canister that is so dimply that I'm like. If you're new to Rae Dunn, her old stuff was really dimply, like really looked handmade, that kind of thing.
So she got that. She got some cups, and then I got a cheese.
Oh my goodness!
Board.
It's right here.
And then we were at the register. Plus, I got that. Well, not those.
Can they see it?
That's magenta. It's Rae Dunn, but
not
for spring. But anyway,
hit the mother load.
Then there was also a set of red Pioneer Woman dishes. The whole thing.
That looks
they look
brand new.
So
she got that as well.
Those came home too.
What, like $11, $12?
No, it was 16.
16.
But that's still cheap because I think that they're 48 for a set.
She was super excited though.
But
She's
when we were at the register,
red
the lady's like, "Well, did you see all the stuff with the words on it in the spring aisle?" And I was like, "No."
Right, so we did 2 separate transactions, so I was reading mine out so I couldn't like add to it, and so she comes over with like this. But we got that. Then we went to Hobby Lobby, checked out all their new spring stuff, tried to see
they have the door that I used for the
farms.
Yeah, the farmhouse chalk. They have that door back in stock. So if you are stitching those and you don't have a way to finish them,
yep,
it's on the wall in my dining room. If you watched any of our videos or if you've seen it on my blog, so.
They also have Kimberly's Bless sign that Mom finished.
For the stitch cards, the Lori Holt stitch cards. That's back in stock.
It looks kind of like a shutter, and then in the middle it says Blessed, and then she put 2 stitch cards on each side. There was a lot of
people
things
that wanted that.
Yes,
so
it's back in stock.
Right. So those 2 things you can get again. I can't think of anything else.
There was just a gob ton of stuff that we saw that could be used as finishing. We went for greenery is what we went for because I'm trying to redo my house. It looks naked.
Her tiered trays.
All right, my Santa cups are still up if you guys wanted full disclosure because I don't want to take it down because I've never had anything on my island like that, and Mom made like this beautiful display and now I don't want to take it down. But
she was going to put it someplace else and I'm like, why wouldn't you put it here where you can see it?
Every day. I'm also still looking, so that's why we went to the thrift store, is I'm looking for a new hutch without a hutch. And I'm going to put my mug rack up on there, and I have 2 windows that I'm going to put, so I'm going to make like a coffee tea station, but not usable. It's just going to be fancy because I make my tea in a kettle on the stove. I'm not fancy and have a Keurig like Mom.
And nobody drinks coffee at your house.
No, nobody does. Okay, but we had giveaways. We're like talking about nothing. All right. Last week you had to answer when you take your Christmas decorations down. Thank you so much for the answers. All right, so my spiel is you have to email us. We got all our emails last week within like the first few days. So thank you so much. That was so helpful. We're getting them all out. They're going. Email us your physical address. If you have like a kitschy name on YouTube, make sure you include what that name is so I can cross you off my list. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. If you don't hear from us within 24 hours, make sure that you email us back. You're not bothering us. It doesn't go through. Like we tried to send a couple things and it went right to our like drafts. It's a mess. It's a mess. We're in the process of going back to AOL. All right. Number 1 was, and these are all from Fat Quarter Shop. Thank you, Kimberly and your team. This is Country Cottage Needleworks Snowflake Stand. This goes to Lisa Hoyer. All right. That was number 1. Number 2 is...
I had to stop for a diaper change.
Yeah. Peppermint Pals, and that's a With Thy Needle and Thread. That goes to Marlene Collier. Number 3, there were 2 of these. This is Fresh Cut Christmas Trees. Goes to Nan Russell and Cara St. Clair, or Cara, sorry, with a C. Number 4 is The Quilt Shop by Little House Needleworks. That's a Hometown Holidays, part of the Hometown Holiday series. Crystal D and Michelle Autry. And number 5, A Country Winter by Plum Street. There was also 2 of those. Amy Lynn 1345 and Reba Scott. Congratulations.
I wanted to show you guys this. I got 2 of these from our Amazon shop. Isn't this the cutest thing ever? These are pillow covers, and they were like $8.99, I think. So our
Very cute.
Amazon shop is linked below.
Yep. Good spring or neutral.
Even
Pillow
for I
covers.
got them for winter. So, but that to me they'll go all year.
Right. Well, that's what I meant. Neutral, meaning like just any holiday. Next is this week's giveaways. So we've got some Rivaras.
And then where's the new at the Fat Quarter? Let's do some of those too.
Okay. Here, go through. Okay. All right, so from Rivaras, she sent us these a few weeks ago. So the first one is called Snow, I believe.
So number 1.
Number 1 is Snow. Number 2, A New Year is Coming.
And they come with a little charm or a bell or something.
Yeah, and any doodads that are on there.
She's an Italian designer.
They're beautiful.
So these came from Italy.
Number 3, these are gonna all be from Fat Quarter Shop now after this. Number 3 is Snow Village. Number 4 is the Filling Station.
Little House Needleworks.
If I go too fast, you can also go down to the top and slow me down a little bit. Number 5 is the entire set of Welcome to the Forest by Country Cottage Needleworks.
And there's 2 of these.
Number 6 is Snow Place Like Home set by Country Cottage
And
Needleworks.
that's 5 charts in there.
Now number 7.
So Fat Quarter Shop is doing another stitch along that we are not participating in because we have a lot going on right now. But this is called Quilty Love, and it's from Lori Holt. So the stitch along just started this week, and you can join right in. And this is an easy chart if you're new. So
10 opportunities to win Quilty Love.
by Lori Holt, it's So Emma Patterns, and from the Fat Quarter Shop. But Kimberly's doing a stitch along every week. She's going to show, different areas of it that she's stitching.
If you're a new stitcher, I think this would be a great option for you as well. There's only 3 colors that are called for. If you want to switch up the colors, you absolutely can. But they're small motifs to kind of get you motivated and through the stitching process. Because sometimes when you're learning, if you're choosing a big project, it's going to be harder for you. So those are the giveaways for this week. Thank you so much. What you're going to answer is...
Don't forget that you need to tell your friends to subscribe so we get to 19,000. So one of you gets your 1 or 2 of you get pieces finished.
And it doesn't matter which jar they do, right?
No.
So it doesn't matter which jar you send, Mom. Don't just be sending your stuff now. You have to win. And it has to be after we get 19,000. So we'll announce in the video that that's in a giveaway. Don't just be sending us stuff.
Okay, so my question for this week is, are you a Valentine decorator or are you a winter decorator? Me personally, I'm a winter decorator. I don't decorate my tiered trays and everything for Valentine's Day because I feel like it's too short. But after Christmas is over, I decorate for winter until probably the middle of February, and then my spring comes out. And we do hope to do a winter home tour.
So I'm kind of the third option. I like to take down my Christmas, and then I like to put up spring. Like I'm starting to put out like my little eggs that I've got for, like the birds' eggs that you use. I have no winter decorations, so I suppose that I should start
but even if you don't have, you have a couple of snowmen that you've stitched and things. Even if you don't have a whole lot of winter decorations,
my
if
house
you
just
leave your
looks bare.
greenery and your wreaths, I still have 3 trees up. I have my ice skate tree, which is right here. I have my snowman tree that's in the family room, and then I have a tree in the hallway that I took the ornaments off and put all my galvanized little houses on. I thought that looked wintry. Okay. So, and it's got white deer and plaid ribbons and things.
When you get tired of your stuff, you
But
can just donate it to me.
I just can't go from all of that to
nothing.
Okay. So I do have a couple little areas that will have Valentine stuff on it because they're like the monthly stitching things that do have hearts and whatever. And sometimes they do my chalkboard, but most of the time I'm just winter.
So kind of a recap. Bloomtopia starts February. We're participating in the Parade of Homes with Fat Quarter Shop, the stitch along there. All of our other stitch alongs are ongoing. You can see I'm still doing Frosty Forest, which was started 17 years ago. What else? retreats. The information is on their Facebook. Make sure you read the pinned post before you go and bombard them with
for
DMs.
LaDonna's retreat, we're hoping her chart goes to her next week. So then you will be hearing from her when she gets the supplies ordered. And then also we're hoping for, remember last couple of weeks ago, I told you that we had a lot of exciting things coming for this year. So we're hoping that this week there'll
be some announcements.
So we can start,
so we can start sharing that as well. I think that's it. Just flapping our jaws, talking about nothing. All right, so
answer the question: are you a Valentine decorator or a winter decorator, or are you like her and just go right to spring?
Also, be a liker, be a subscriber, all that good stuff. Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
Take
so
away, if you get your
follow us on Instagram at Priscilla Blaine, at Chelsea356, Priscilla's2000 on Facebook, and Priscilla's2000.blogspot.com, where you can see more of everything that we do. And I hope that you've gone and read all those posts about all of our finishes, because I did Kimberly's, Chelsea's, and mine. I finished a lot of pieces last year. And then also, if you wanted to crochet those scarves, the link to the directions is on my blog. Chelsea loves these, but I make her the 20 row that are a lot thicker.
Foofier.
Yeah. I don't wear them so much because I don't like it to get my hair staticky, but like when I would walk in the mornings, I would wear them.
I absolutely love them.
So, if you get your finishing inspiration from us, tag my blog. We'd love to see your projects.
We love it. Thank you for keeping our Facebook page a harmonious, happy place.
Yep. Stitching with the Housewives on Facebook. If you haven't already joined our group, please join it. We're almost to 10,000 members on there. Subscribers.
Members. Okay, we're just.
And we love seeing all your things. So, have a great week.
We're getting ready to do the Disney video. So the Disney video will be out shortly. We'll say a week to 2 weeks.
We're having lasagna for dinner. I got the sauce simmering.
So when I was a kid, I hated it when she would make spaghetti or anything like this because I'd go to school smelling like onions and things like that. Today I walked in and I'm like, oh my God, that smell just makes me so happy. Do you remember me telling you that? I go to school and I smell like this.
No.
Oh, I remember being a smart butt about it.
No, you never told me that because I would have probably stopped at you.
Smacked it.
I would have been like, okay.
The lights out.
You can eat plain rice for the rest of your life.
She's a very good cook. Very fortunate.
Okay, so that's it. Thank you for joining us.
I was going to push the button. Bye. All right, guys. We will see you next week.